I can do a new design, and I can show you how you design your objects. And the reason why this is so easy, and the reason why this is the 20% of the features that 80% of people and projects need, is this geometry over here, the basic shapes. Let's go full screen so we can really look at that. So we've got basic shapes, we've got text, we've got symbols, we've got connectors, we've got extras, and then we've got these shape generators. So it's quite fun to build different things. But basic functionality is you put in a 3D object, you size it to how you want it to. So with these corners, it'll size in the X and Y. With these little tabs, you can move it in one direction, size it in one direction. And if you take a corner and you hold shift, you can scale it in and out. And then, as I said before, you can move it up and down. And you can put in numbers in the different locations. And you actually can have more information by dragging a ruler. Say I put this ruler down here. It'll actually show you the distance from that ruler start point. So if I wanted to put it right in 0, 0, I could do that by actually setting 0, 0. So that if that was your print bed, you know that fits on 0, 0. And again, you can resize it as much as we want. And you can build your object by adding more geometric shapes. So say I want to make a little pyramid here of blocks. I can keep bringing them in, sizing them quite clumsily, but that's the joy of this. You can just do it by eye, or you can use the numbers. Okay, so I've got a really bad pyramid here. I can combine all of these by selecting them and using this group function. So they're all combined into one group now, and I can change the color so it's more pyramid color, right? Still really bad. So how do I smooth those edges a little bit? Well as solids, you can also do holes, and there's two pre-created here. So I could drag this and I can size it. And I can use it to cut into my other shape. And you can see I can rotate this to 45 degrees. Then if I position it in the right place, I can cut it. I can cut the other shape. Now obviously I'm doing this really quick and I'm doing it really bad. But if we then combine these objects as a group, we've actually made a cut into that other shape. Now the usual object that you're going to use most of the time to make a hole is going to be the cylinder, because like screw holes and things like that. So you can select everything and group, or you can select, say we've got another object here. You don't want this to be part of this assembly, you can do shift and click and selectively select, and then you can hit group, and so we've made a hole there. Now what if by mistake I made this solid, I want it to be whole? Well, you can just go over here, we've selected this shape and we can click hole, and we've turned it into a hole, and we can turn it back solid again. We can choose a color, and when you choose a color you can also make it transparent, so it kind of looks like a hole but it hasn't got the lines on. And there's this multicolor option. I don't know really what that does. Let's make it green for now. So you can create really complex shapes just by building them up, almost like play blocks or Lego bricks. Let's have a look at some more shapes down here. So this text is your really basic text, right? It's able to have these different fonts of serif and sans and mono. Let's choose serif, and you can change the text. So this is while you can make things like name signs. So so you create a name sign very quickly, very easily, and you've got different options like bevel. That's funny, just went back to text. And then how many segments it will be. So it's a pretty powerful tool, but there's another text option. In the shape generators, there's a more powerful text option. So here we've got custom font text. That allows you to do it as on a curve. So that's powerful. And then there's curved words here, which is curved the other way. So it allows you to do like text around. And then we've got custom font text, which I'm starting to lose space here a bit, but so I hope that introduction helps you and gives you some ideas of what you can do very quickly with Tinkercad. We'll dig more into it in future lessons. The last two things you might want to do is change it from the default random name that it's given, so I'll call it examples, and again, our idea is to 3D print it so you can have everything in the design or just the selected shapes. Then you choose STL, it says preparing, and then it downloads it onto your machine. And then you can open that straight up in your slicer. Let's have a look at this actually in our slicer, and then there you go. It looks a mess, but that's our creation. We created that in Tinkercad very quickly, but we did create it. So that's just a quick introduction, just an overview. We'll dive deeper into what it can do in another lesson.